Sammy of Sammy Davis Vintage. Tonight at La Femme Fête, which was a collaboration of 4 aspiring 20-something entrepreneurs in the creative arts, including the Happy Hill Vintage, Laura Trimble of Latin NYC Designs, which is stationary prints, and Kim Last Designs. We combined forces to bring together our respective networks so that we could all have a socially engaging party in a holiday-themed atmosphere. That taught me a lot. It taught me that great ideas don't create returns, don't create monetary returns. They can, but this one didn't. The Femme was great for press purposes, and it was a great teaching tool for me to realize how to really make money. And the idea for La Femme came about because 3 of my friends and I wanted to just get exposure and sell for the holidays. Like we wanted to make money. The whole idea was to make money. And it grew, and it grew too big because the idea was, all right, let's create a social shopping event with our networks and other people's networks, or combine our networks. And through that, we will have an alcohol sponsor, and we'll have music, and we'll have a runway fashion show, and it just grew to be this huge event that really became cost sucker, I guess. At tonight's La Femme Fête, we introduced our attendees to the brand's Vive Acai Spirit so that they could enjoy cocktails and network and socialize with one another while our DJ Christine P spun tunes. And then to sort of segue into the shopping portion of the event, we did a runway walking presentation where 4 models who are friends of my brand, Sammy Davis Vintage, and the Happy Hill Vintage, which is curated and owned by Daphne Holder, they showcased some of our favorite pieces to the attendees to sort of introduce how vintage fashions can be incorporated into the contemporary woman's lifestyle. We didn't realize a DJ would be $150. I didn't think I'd get a $115 parking ticket. I didn't think I'd have to buy $50 of mixers, like little things like that we didn't plan for. Like we had this great vision, and it all came together in the end because we were working as a team and we were able to help one another. But it came to be that no one really made that much money. I think we all maybe made like $100 each from that event. Now we had about 150 attendees. I think actually more like 120, which was wonderful, and people were very impressed. And it gave my brands a legitimate platform that it didn't possess before that. And I understand now that you don't need all the bells and whistles to make money, because notice the bells and whistles detract from the product, where it was an event, it wasn't a sale. The execution was initially that we would just have a sale, and then through having meetings together and getting overexcited and thinking about all the possibilities, we threw ourselves into a fire of having to juggle everything at once, and then not being able to process the understanding that we were adding more financial stress to the situation. And so that's really what happened, is that at the end of the day, we didn't make any money. It was hours upon hours of work to not make any money, and the return wasn't felt in our wallets. Now, I can't rate how the return was felt otherwise, because like I said, it was good press, and it's something I can always refer to, and it's something I can always say, I planned this event, and I can do another one, whether it's for myself or another brand. After the runway presentation, we all just sort of had what was left of the Vive Acai Spirit, because that went pretty fast. And then I worked with a lot of the customers and trying things on, looking at the pieces and seeing if the shoes fit right. And we made a few sales, which is really nice. I have a couple that are still about to go on. And right now we're just sort of finishing out the event where we have a couple final songs playing. People are meeting and greeting and trying on things, and just being inspired by the fashion and by the entrepreneurship that we are witnessing. But what I learned from the Femme Fete is keep things simple. So my next event, which was my next big sale that I organized for Sammy Vintage, was just me. It was at a friend's apartment that I didn't have to pay any money for. Someone baked brownies. I bought like mimosa mix. Like my costs were like $40, and I sold $1,000 of clothing. Everything was 50% off, and I sold $1,000. I mean, all these little things about La Femme Fete that like I was really creating like a corporate situation where I had too many things to balance to really make best use of my time, because time was money and I was wasting a lot of time, so I was wasting a lot of money. And that was time that I could have been spent building my brand in other ways that I didn't really have the opportunity to start doing until after La Femme Fete. So even though I left my job like October 23rd, La Femme Fete was like November 20th or something, November 21st. That whole month was spent planning the event. I didn't get my site actually relaunched till March 1st, I think. I didn't start selling online until like last week. I mean, these are things that I wanted to do all before the end of 2009. So, not to backtrack, but going back to how to organize a sale, less is more. You don't need all those bells and whistles to actually sell your product. You have to grow at a steady pace. And La Femme Fete, while it went off, quote unquote, without a hitch to everyone else, there were a lot of hitches in that event, and I don't want to do anything of that capacity again unless someone else is managing it for me.
I hope to repeat it in the future, maybe for the spring or for the summer holidays. We're looking to create the event that will bring together women of different networks so that they can not only meet one another and network in the great city that is New York, but also so that they can be introduced to the side hustles of their peers, which is pretty much what Dafra, myself, Kim, and Laura and I are doing. And I'm pretty impressed, by what we did already. We have, we had cocktails, we had cupcakes, we had great shopping, great people, great energy, great photos, great music, and excellent runway execution. So all in all, I'd say it really fulfilled expectations and only have room to go from here. That is La Femme Fete, and I hope everyone had a good time. I know I did, and I'm looking forward to planning another one.
It was just too big of an event for the scale of the people who attended. So what I realized is just give the people what they want, and that's great clothing. And you don't need to have a runway show and an alcohol sponsor and blah, blah, blah. And so it's thinking strategically too, and that what is easiest for me in order to pull this off with the least amount of time spent, but with the greatest return. And so everything I do moving forward is thinking big, but thinking big in the sense that like I am not a one-woman show operating this entirely huge, or this huge event that's just over my head, which is what La Femme Fete really turned out to be.